consulting is a difficult yet high-paying career choice. They say you go into consulting for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The reason many people go into consulting is to build a consulting toolkit, which is a set of skills and mindsets that will set you up well for the rest of your career. Also, the faster you build a toolkit, the stronger of a consultant you are, and the faster you will get promoted. But what exactly are the skills and mindsets that make up the consulting toolkit? I am Ramona Moodley, and I spent over 10 years in the consulting industry. First as a consultant at McKinsey, and then designing and running learning programs teaching the consulting toolkit. I'll talk about the skills first, but if you focus on the mindsets, the skills will come naturally. Here are the skills that make up the toolkit. Problem solving. Consulting is all about problem solving. We are given a big, hairy problem to solve. The engagement manager will then break down the problem into manageable, smaller problems called work streams, and each consultant on the team is given a work stream. It is then your responsibility to think through an approach, gather information, and do the analysis to solve the problem. You are not alone in this, as any good problem solver knows that the best solutions require help and collaboration. But you need to drive the thinking and the process to get to the best possible answer for your work stream. The problems are not easy ones, else our clients could just do them themselves. And we very often have hurdles in the way of a quick answer, like lack of data, client politics, lack of examples of this being done before. So as a problem solver, we need to be scrappy, persistent, and creative. Analytics. You need to be comfortable working with numbers and building models. I had never used Excel until joining McKinsey, but I had to get good at it really quickly, and I used it on every engagement during my time in consulting. Very often, the problems we are asked to solve have data that needs to be analyzed. We need to be ready to think about the questions we need answers to from the data, build the formula to generate the answers, and then build a model to actually get the answers. We also need to be comfortable with things like survey analysis. Slide making. You need to learn to make well-structured slides and decks in PowerPoint quickly. We communicate our process and recommendations to our client via PowerPoint slides. There are two parts to slide making. One is writing content in a way that's easy to absorb, and two, structuring and formatting that content across the slides. Consulting slides are built in a very specific way and have a distinct look and feel that we need to master early on. I have a whole playlist on slide making, so be sure to check that out and download my favorite slide templates in the description below. I spent more than half my time making slides or drawing them up to be sent to our visual graphics team to make them for me. Even though many consulting companies have teams of slide makers you can send your hand-drawn or messy slides to, you need to know what good looks like so that you can ask for what you want and you can quality check what you get back. I mostly made my own slides because it often took more time for me to explain what I wanted than for me to just do them myself. I sent my slides away for visual enhancements right at the end, just before any client presentation. I always found this part the most exciting. You send your slides away the night before bed, and when you wake up, you have a beautiful, polished presentation waiting in your inbox. I cannot stress enough though, you must be able to make your own slides. There have been many instances where we were minutes away from a big meeting and I'd quickly have to put a few slides together. Process management. After you are assigned your work stream, you should be able to project manage yourself and all the resources you need to get to an answer by the time your engagement manager needs it. You need to put together a project plan on the day you are assigned your work stream and go through it with your engagement manager to make sure you aren't missing any big milestones or anything big. You need to include the deliverables and the milestones you will meet each week, and all of the big meetings and interim checkpoints, like internal problem-solving sessions or problem-solving sessions with leadership, or any big client meetings like steering committees. Steering committees are an interim presentation that we make to our clients to review our findings so that nothing surprises them at the end. You need to demonstrate that you are detail-oriented, independent, and forward-looking through how you manage the process to solve the problem. Charismatic communication. You must be able to talk with executive presence to demonstrate confidence and trust in your work. So after you have done the analysis, solved the problem, and built the PowerPoint deck, you should be able to present your work in a way that garners trust. For this, we rely heavily on gravitas and frameworks. The two most used frameworks are the pyramid principle and the SCR, or Situation Complication Resolution framework. I have a video on structured communication, which you should check out next. Next up are mindsets that you need to master. These are more important than the skills, I'd say, because if you get these right, the skills will come more naturally and faster. Ownership. Almost all consultants hear that they need to demonstrate more ownership of their work after their first review. Owning your work means being fully invested and in charge of getting the best possible answer to your problem. What usually gets in the way is the belief that you need to do what your manager tells you to do. Like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. As a consultant, we are paid to think, not just to blindly execute. So it's on us to do the thinking and the analysis to get to the best answer for our work stream. We do not wait to be told what to do. Demonstrating ownership is showing a commitment to doing what it takes to get to the best possible answer. Please remember, this includes asking for help. Demonstrating ownership doesn't mean knowing all the answers. It means knowing what questions to ask and who to ask them to. One caveat to this, always have a response to the answer, what do you think? It's difficult getting so much feedback at first because it can feel like criticism. But just remember that it's all coming at you with good intentions. People are sharing ways for you to improve for your own development and for the good of the answer you are working to deliver. Embrace the feedback and just keep trying and growing. Over-deliver. There is a phrase we often throw around, which is under-promise and over-deliver. This basically means always seek to exceed expectations. If you told your manager you would send them your slides for review by 10 p.m., send them by 9 p.m. If you are building a slide and you have all the content and all the format right, ask yourself, how can I make this 10% prettier? If you are going to grab a coffee, ask your teammate if they would like something. Basically, don't only dot your I's and cross your T's, but go one step beyond that in everything that you do. If you are interested in understanding more about how I put the toolkit to work during my time at McKinsey, check out this video next. Subscribe now to learn more about the consulting toolkit, and I'll see you in the next video.